Hello, my name is Ariadna and I am going to comment on the book for the last quarter. My favorite books are scary books and action books. I also really like suspense books because they intrigue me and make me want to keep in reading. When they give me this book and I hadn't started reading it yet, I didn't have high expectation for it because I thought that since it was related to the history of a country, I would get bored reading it. I thought I wasn't going to like it or things that was interesting and that I was going to get boring reading it. But when I started reading, my expectation changed. The book talked about different aspects of the user. The first chapter talks about the history of the country, the civilization, the government, and famous person. In following chapter, it talks about the food, drink, or music of America. Also about some celebrities, and in the last chapter, he talks about different places and cities in America. The title of the video is USA. And I think the book is called that because it deals with USA. The chapter that I like the most is chapter 14 because I deals with California, and apart from the fact that I have seen it many times in movie, it talks about very interesting topics about it, such as that in San Francisco it was destroyed by an earthquake, and that 62 people did in the but people continued life in San Francisco because it is a very fun place. The chapter also talks about the fact that the hippies arrived in San Francisco and made it in the Summer of Love. The chapter that I have liked the less from charted won the chapter 9. And I have not liked the then because this chapter dealt with US history and politics, and there is really nothing else that I hate more than history is fact in the subject that I like it isn't more boring to me. In the text, many famous people are named in many fields, but there is one chapter in particular I think I remember what it was chapter 12, which about American music and names a famous person named Snoop Dogg. When I read it, it made me seem interesting because I didn't know who he was. I looked to him, but in the internet, and also I like him. It wouldn't be a dream to meet him because I didn't know I am not fan of his. I have already mentioned the state of USA, and I would like to visit this California, and not simply because of one I have read about in the book, but also because when I was little, my cousin went to live in California. Will have some 5 years ago when she left, and she has been living there ever since. When she comes to visit on important dates, she tells us how beautiful everything is there. About all, she tells us about her people. She tells us that the people there are very nice and above all very liberal. He has told me that Madrid reminds him a lot of people there. They don't look down on you the street for dressing or putting on makeup the way you like. And the theory is that it makes me very curious. I had never thought about it, but the city that I would like to visit is also Boston. The windy street of Boston constantly speak of the role of the city as the cradle of the American Revolution, but also of a progressive society and always up to date. Monuments, museums, avant-garde environments, and cultural references are everywhere. The famous Harvard University, some of the best American museums, and also the famous Freedom Trail that leads through the most emblematic place of the city of Boston, are some of the reasons to travel to Boston, the capital of Massachusetts. I would recommend it, his book to people who like history, to people who like to travel a new place, or especially to people who like to learn new things. And reading the entire book, since I started reading it like 2 weeks or a week and a half. If I had to change the title of the book, I would put it as a title A Country to Know. I won't find it much more interesting because I will give the feeling that it is something new as new. And as a cover, I will put photos of a sunset in the Big Apple on winter afternoon.